everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. This is another advice video. So today's topic is cyberbullying. I'll just start out by saying that happy people don't bully other people in any way, shape or form. Someone who bullies other people, whether it be in person or online, is not happy within themselves. They do not have a good home life. They may have a really bad relationship with their parents or their siblings. They may have a broken family. They may have no friends or very bad friends. They may have money issues at home, which is causing stress on the family. They may not feel pretty enough or smart enough or funny enough or have really low self-esteem. And so when they see you, who isn't anything like that, who has an amazing family, who has amazing friends, who lives a happy life and is fulfilled and loved and supported, they see that and they get jealous and they want to bring you down to their level. Of course, misery loves company. That is why I feel sorry for bullies. I'm not excusing what they do in any way, shape or form. No matter what your circumstances are, you should never, ever, ever, ever try and bring somebody down in any way, shape or form. That's just not okay. There is no possible way in the world it could ever be okay. But I find it sad that people are in that kind of state or feel that way about themselves and about life in general, that they feel the need to make others feel that way. That is very, very sad. So it is so incredibly important to realize that you can't take that stuff personally. You can't take what they say about you or spread about you or do to you personally, because it is not personal. It is not about you as a person. It is about them and their own problems. There's this very, very accurate little term, I guess you'd say, that is called mirroring. Mirroring. It's a really hard word to say, but like a mirroring. And it basically means that if somebody calls you a name, it is what they think about themselves. If they say that you're fat or that you're too skinny or that you're stupid or not funny, it is honestly what they feel about themselves, how they see themselves, and what they wish they weren't. There was a girl that used to bully me a lot, and she was kind of the ringleader of the group along with another girl, and she used to throw some words at me, some insults and some really horrible things that I kind of just thought, wait, that's kind of weird, because she knows me and she's known me for a while and she knows that I am the complete opposite to those things. Like, she would call me, and I hate this word more than anything, but a slut and stuff like that, and I have never and will never be that person. I don't believe in the word slut in the first place. I think that a girl can sleep with as many people as she likes, and that is up to her, and she should not cop any kind of judgment or flack for that, because if a man can sleep with 10 people, why can't a woman? Why is she automatically labelled something that he's not? Ooh, frustrates the crap out of me, but anyway. And in reality, she was the one that was known around many schools as being that word, as in she slept around a lot and she used to always boast about it, and she was very vocal and open about it, and not many people respected her, and a lot of people knew that she didn't have a lot of self-respect herself. And I'm not going to call her a slut because I don't believe in that word, but she chose to sleep around. That's absolutely fine. I'm not going to pass judgment. It's not my choice. And so her calling me that name as an insult kind of made me think, that's actually a little bit awkward. Like, you know that I'm not that kind of person, but yet you're trying to label me as that, because deep down you're obviously insecure about the fact that everyone thinks that that is what you are and how you're seen by everybody. So ever since that kind of moment, I kind of was a little bit more aware of it, and it made it a lot more easy for me to laugh it off or brush off the insults and stuff like that. So if someone is calling you something or insulting you in some way or spreading something about you, just know that that is exactly what that person is insecure about themselves. And it's almost humorous when you actually pay attention to it, because it's so blatantly obvious. Another way of overcoming cyberbullying, or at least, you know, not succumbing to it and not being put down by it, is to realize that the people that are saying these mean things to you are just jealous of you and your life. And the same thing goes for that high school experience. I've always had a great family. I've had a great upbringing, a great relationship with my parents, always had great friends, well, not those particular friends, but I've always had people around me that I know care about me a lot. I achieve good grades, I feel good about myself. I've always had a great reputation and being respected by people. And so when I thought about the situation that these girls were in that were trying to bring me down, it was honestly the complete opposite. They have broken home lives, they don't achieve good grades, they're not highly respected, they have a bad reputation, they don't feel good about themselves, their best friends would stab them in the back in an instant. And then I kind of just thought, well, you can say these mean things about me, but I know that I've got this great thing going for me. My life rules, I have it so good and I'm so lucky, and I see you and you do not have nearly as much as me, and of course I don't wish that upon anyone. I don't want anyone to be upset or to have, you know, a bad home life or whatever, but the fact that, you know, I do have all of this going for me means that you can say these mean things about me, but at the end of the day, I'm going to go home to my loving family, my loving friends, my, you know, good grades and all this kind of stuff, and I don't have to worry about what you think about me because I've got it pretty good, and unfortunately for you, you don't. So instead of, you know, taking it personally and letting them ruin obviously great stuff that you have going for yourself, you've got to, you know, separate yourself, and you've got to realize that this person is envious of what you have. And so instead of letting them ruin what you have, you've got to accept the fact that it is just jealousy and envy, and you should be so grateful for everything that you do have. Another way of brushing off cyberbullies is, it's kind of hits home for me a little bit, is to use them as a way to motivate you to achieve success and to prove them wrong. I remember I had just started my YouTube channel and I had told nobody about it because I was embarrassed and hadn't even told my parents at that stage. And even still to this day, I told maybe like 5 people about my YouTube channel, and everybody else just found out through, you know, their own ways, whatever, you know what I mean. So I was at a club and those girls were there, and I already found out that those girls had figured out my whole YouTube thing and they had a field day with it. And then I saw them at the club once, and one of them said to me, "Lauren Beauty," like as an insult, trying to embarrass me or shame me or whatever just because I had this YouTube channel. And I was like, yeah, that's me. Kind of like, what are you trying to get at? Like, all right, then you can, you know, joke and laugh about what I'm doing, but just wait and see what happens. And obviously it kind of worked well for me. I'm in a pretty good position and I've done pretty well with myself, and I'm very lucky to have, you know, found that success. And so when somebody says, oh, you can't do this, or you can't sing, or you can't act, or you can't dance, or your dreams are stupid and they're out of reach, then just think, all right, you can think that, that's fine, you're entitled to your opinion, but just wait until I prove you wrong, and wait until you swallow your own words and you see me doing exactly what you said I couldn't do. And there is no greater, more fulfilling and satisfying feeling than that. I can tell you that much. Whew! Especially when you know what they're doing with their lives at the moment. There's just no comparison. In a very strange way, and I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but I'm almost grateful for what I went through. I'm grateful for having gone through that. I'm grateful for having experienced it on YouTube, because it means that I'm now in a position to help others, because I have such a great platform. If I've been through it myself and I've got this platform that I can now share my experiences with and try to help others with, then I'm almost feeling like I'm lucky to have gone through that, because I've come out of it on top, and it means that I can help others. And that's what my next, you know, little tip is. If you've met someone or you know someone who is going through what you are going through or have been through, the power in sharing and communicating your stories to one another is just ridiculous. Having someone to talk to that gets what you're going through and understands and maybe has been through it or is going through it is just invaluable, and you can, you know, bounce off ideas on how to, you know, come through it on top, or to confront them, or to not listen to them and not to take it on board or take it personally. So of course not everyone has access to someone who is going through it, or not everyone knows someone who's going through it, because a lot of it is silent. But if you do know somebody or you can help somebody, then please, even if it's just a little Facebook message or something. I know there were girls in my school that were bullied, that I'd always try and be nice to, but I know that they were going through crap, and girls in my group were never nice to them, and I could have done a lot more, but But of course in high school you just want to fit in, you don't want to stand out, and you want to keep your friends. So although I was nice to them, I could have been a lot more nice to them. I could have been friends with them a lot more than I was. And so if you are in that situation now, please don't follow the crowd and don't feel like you're not cool if you help these people out or if you're nicer to them than everyone else is, because you don't know how much of an impact that will make in their life. And there is no greater sense of fulfillment and satisfaction than making somebody feel good about themselves and helping them out if they're in a dark place. Of course, if these bullies are starting to threaten you and it's becoming very serious, or you just cannot take it, or you don't even want to think about it, or it's even in just the early stages, you've got to tell someone. You've got to tell your parents, your friends, your sisters, your brothers, your teachers, anyone that you trust, because as long as somebody knows, and somebody can do something about it. If people don't know, then they can't help you out. It's as simple as that. I know the value in having somebody nearby who can support you, because nobody wants to fight a battle on their own, and you don't know how helpful it is when you've got somebody around you that knows, that can help you out, and that can intervene somehow. Lastly, you never want to retaliate. You never want to fight back, because then you are bringing yourself down to their level, and two wrongs don't make a right. It's not okay for someone to bully you, ever, without a shadow of a doubt, but it's also not okay for you to bully them back, because then it means that you're on their level. You're doing exactly what you don't want them to do to you. And you always treat people how you would like to be treated. So if they're saying these mean things about you, you don't say, oh yeah, we got this, this and this. You say, look, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not going to invest my time, my energy into this. You can believe what you want. You can say what you feel. I'm going to tell other people about this so that they can, you know, intervene and stop this before it gets any worse. Whatever you feel like saying. And I know that's easier said than done. When someone says something bad about you, you want to react. I do it sometimes on YouTube when people say really mean things. I'm getting better at it, but I do sometimes, you know, let them know that that's not okay and that's not going to go down with me. So now all I do is just delete and block that person, rather than giving them the satisfaction of responding, because that's all that they want. They want a reaction. They want to make you upset. They want to, you know, affect you in some way. And so when you respond to them, you're giving them that. You're giving them that satisfaction. And obviously you don't want to give them anything. Just let it go. Just tell someone about it. Tell someone who can, you know, tell them off for it, or block them, or delete them, or do whatever you feel is the right thing to do, but do not retaliate, because it is not the right way to go about the situation. I hope this video has been informative, and I hope it has helped anyone who is suffering from cyberbullying, because I know what it can be like and how tough it is, and too many young girls and boys, and all girls and boys and everyone in between, are committing suicide because of this. And it is something that can be intervened, it can be stopped, and it never needs to get to that point. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys. And if you're going through this, just know that I love you more than anything. I know I've never met you before, but I'm sending out internet love vibes to any of you who may need it. So please stay strong, keep your chin up, and continue to smile. Aw, cute. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.